Today we're going to be calculating our vehicle budget based upon our monthly net income. So in our budget, you can see we've already calculated our monthly net income, which is our yearly net income divided by 12. So we have a few, 6 different budgets we're going to be working with, ranging from 5% down to 20% of our take-home pay. That is going to be allocated towards our vehicle budget. So for each of those scenarios, we're going to take our monthly net income and we're going to multiply it times those percentages that I have in the spreadsheet. So if my take home was $3,637.50. In that first scenario, I'm going to multiply it times 5% to get a $181, or in this case, I'll go ahead and round up, $181.88 monthly budget for my vehicle. Here I'm just continuing on using my same monthly net income, except this time it's going to be times 0.08, so 8% of my take-home pay to allocate towards my monthly budget, and it comes out to $291. I'm going to fill that in that box. And then my next one is just going to be 10%, so 0.1 times my monthly net income. I'm using the same number every time, just changing up the percentage that I'm multiplying it by, and that's giving me different budget ranges for my vehicle. I would continue that same process all the way down to my 20%. Now the next part is I'm going to find out what price of vehicle I can afford, given what my monthly payment can be. So I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm just going to search car loan calculator. And I'm going to use the one that Google provides for me. Now, one thing I do want to change is I want to change my monthly cost over to maximum loan. That's going to tell me the sticker price of the vehicle I'll be able to purchase based upon my monthly budget. So I'm going to put in $182, I'll round up here, as my maximum monthly payment for a vehicle. And per my instructions, I need to change my interest rate, as explained on the Google Sheet, to 5.5%. And the length of the loan is 60 months or 5 years. So I'm going to change my interest rate to 5.5. My loan period is still 60 months. So that tells me that the maximum vehicle price I can shop for is about $9,500. So when it comes time for me to go to AutoTrader or Cars.com, that's the maximum vehicle price that I am going to be able to afford and search for. I'll repeat the same process for my other dollar amounts. So I'm going to change my monthly payment to $291, and that will tell me I can afford up to a $15,235 vehicle if I wanted to devote 8% of my monthly net income to a vehicle. When I go up to 10%, we'll see what the sticker price is that I can afford. It's going to be about $19,000. So I'm going to have 6 different ranges of vehicle that I'm going to be able to search for. And this is just a cool experience because you get to choose how much of your income you want to devote towards your vehicle based upon how much you want to spend each month. Now you can use autotrader.com or cars.com, but I want to do an advanced search because that way I can determine what my price range is going to be. For this case, I'm going to say I live in St. Charles, Missouri, so that's a 63303 area code. I'm going to look within 100 miles of where I live, and I'm going to set my maximum price point to that which I can afford in my first budget range. So it's going to be about $9,500. They don't have an option for that, so I'm just going to put $10,000, but I need to know I cannot pick any vehicle over $9,500. Style, I'm going to go ahead and leave blank for the time being just to see what pops up. A lot of cars are going to come back, so if you have an interest in a specific type of vehicle, go ahead and pick that. I do want front-wheel drive, and in terms of year, I don't want anything super old to pop up, so I'm going to go back to 2013 up to a new vehicle. Mileage-wise, the average American drives between 12 and 15,000 miles a year, so I want something that's under 100,000 miles, definitely, and then I'm going to come up with my search. And you're going to see a range of vehicles here. Some of them are going to be sponsored to show up at the top. They might be sorted by distance. They might be sorted by price. But you're going to see lots of different types of vehicles. If you want to refine your search, you can go ahead and do that just by changing the type of vehicle it is that you want. So this is just a walkthrough of me kind of scrolling through, taking a look at a vehicle until I decide on which one I want to settle up on and actually go through the process with my car loan calculator. Here I've settled on a vehicle. I'm going to go with this Chevrolet Captiva Sport. And so I want to input that information into my spreadsheet. So for the year, it is going to be a 2014. Well, I guess my vehicle price, I can put that in there first. It's $9,000. It is a 2014. Make is the manufacturer. In this case, it's Chevy or Chevrolet. And the model is a Captiva Sport. That makes it easy so I can go back and I can compare or price shop. If I wanted to look up specific 2014 Chevy Captiva Sports, I can compare those all over the area and find the one that fits best for me. My location is Hazelwood, Missouri. I'll go ahead and put my miles in. And again, the average is about 12,000 miles a year. So this car has been driven for about 6 years. And so if I did 6 times 12, that'd be about 72,000 miles. So it's slightly above average, but not too much, because if you were to range it up to 15,000 a year, it's not too bad. There's my MPG. Cars usually get higher miles per gallon on the highway. So 20 in the city is not horrible. But I would definitely want to live within 20 miles of my job. If I am any further out from that, then I'm going to be loading up at the gas pump. Here, I'm just kind of readjusting my cells here to make sure everything fits. But I think your new one that you're going to copy today should be updated so everything fits. And then at the end, you just list some pros and cons. So that is basically the process for going through and completing the vehicle hunt assignment. It's entirely up to you. You guys get to pick what you want to search for, what you want. You might want to make a list of your must-haves with your vehicle. Last time I actually did buy a car, one of my must-haves was a sunroof, and so I only looked at cars that had a sunroof and had the body type that I wanted. And there you go. So here I'm going through the car loan calculator to calculate the payment. I'm just updating the price of the vehicle, the interest rate. My down payment is always going to be 10% of my vehicle. So for this $9,000 car, it's going to be $900. That's the amount of money I have to pay up front. And then I will get my monthly payment from the car loan calculator. You can also use the link that I have posted on Canvas, which is from cars.com. But in any case, it's going to come out to $155 per month for this $9,000 vehicle. You'll repeat that same process for each of your 6 budget points.